Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I am going to be fulfilling some Etsy orders for my baby apparel Etsy shop, and I'm going to be making bibs. And the first thing that I like to do before making any design is I like to actually print out the design that I'm going to be doing. And for this one, this order is going to be 7 bibs, I believe. 6 bibs. 6 bibs, which are some monograms. Here is the first design, which is a monogram from Etsy. And then I have another monogram also. Well, actually, all of these designs are from Etsy. Here is the other monogram that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be also stitching out the name, all in different fonts. This one's white, so it's kind of hard to see the design, but there it is right there. Here is another one. Here is this one. And actually, here is the last one. There are 7, so it's a combination of monograms and just the name stitched out. And again, I purchased them all from Etsy. I will link them down below if I don't forget. If I do forget to put them in this video, just comment down below on which one that you want me to link, and I'll link that one. And I've already stitched out one of them, and here it is right here. I am using my Mighty Hoop, and these bibs I purchased from arblanks.com. They have so many different blanks. Highly recommend you checking them out if you're looking for embroidery blanks. And I have different combinations of colors that I'm going to be doing. I have the red one, and then I have 2 shades of pink, and as well as a purple one. So if you would like to see my process of making these bibs and stitching out on them, just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so what you will need, or what I use for this, is some water soluble stabilizer. I have my tearaway stabilizer, my basting adhesive, and of course your Mighty Hoop. So the process is, you want to, well, let's do this backwards. So I'm going to undo this, and then I will show you how I hoop everything. So after your design is stitched out, you want to cut your jump stitches, which is what you see right here. So after your design stitches out, you want to cut your jump stitches if you have them, and it is just where the machine stops and starts. It's like a connector for each side of the design. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this away. And although this is water soluble, I don't use water to remove it. I like to just rip it away, because I feel like water could ruin the design, or not ruin it, but I don't want to wet something that I'm going to be giving to my customers. So I just like to rip it away. And it could be a little bit tricky if it is a smaller, in between a smaller piece, such as this design. It has a lot of the, it's kind of hard to see with my lighting. Let's fix that. Hopefully that is better with the lighting, but it can be a little bit hard to tear away the smaller pieces in the little smaller pieces. So you just want to be careful to carefully rip it away. And if you all have any tips for removing this without using water or something that is going to drench the garment, I would definitely love for you to comment them down below. But as for now, I just like to rip it away. Okay, here is the final product. So next, we're just going to rip away the bib. and cut the jump stitches from the back. Now we're going to move on to our next design. There we go. So by taut, I mean you want it to be no looseness. So the next step that I do is get the bib or garment that I'm going to be using, and we're going to be doing purple for this one. And again, I purchased these blanks from arblanks.com. And you want to make sure it's centered. I kind of eyeball it, which is not the best method. The most effective thing to do is to fold it in half. And make a crease with your heat press, but that takes time. So I like to eyeball it, hopefully, and hope that we don't mess it up and have to redo it. So that looks pretty straight in the hoop. So the next step is to take your basting adhesive and spray the backing of the bib. You just want to lightly spray it. You don't want it to be overly saturated. And then you want to take the other side and flatten it. And now we're going to move over to our embroidery machine. And then you want to trace your design. And what I mean by trace is you want to allow your machine to kind of literally trace the spots that it's going to embroider in. That way you'll know if you need to move the design and make sure that it's not going to be out of hoop. Well, actually, if it's out of hoop, your machine won't stitch, but you just want to trace it just to make sure your placement is correct for all of your designs. So proper practice, always trace before you stitch. Okay, it appears to be in the correct spot. So now we're going to take our water soluble stabilizer and place it over top. Some people, well, I know quite a few people like to hoop the stabilizer into the embroidery hoop, but since my bib is floating, I'm using the floating method to hoop, then I'm just going to place it over top. And what I mean by floating is you take your stabilizer and you hoop it between your hoops, and then you take your garment and just place it over top like I showed previously. That would be called the floating method. The other method is you would hoop your garment inside of the actual hoop. So we're going to take a piece of this and place it over top. Okay, you guys, so here are all of the bibs. We have this monogram. This is a Grace monogram. This is a Twilight Vine monogram, if you can see that. This is Farmhouse font, I believe. And this is it's something Hydra. I forget the full name of it. I don't remember the name of this font. And this is the Parker Duo font. And this is the Empress monogram font. And that is all of the bibs for this Etsy order. All right, you guys, thank you all for watching. If you have made it to this end of this video, I will see you all in my next upload. And give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next upload. Bye.